In an era where debates about free speech dominate headlines, Jonathan Turley's The Indispensable Right, Free Speech in an Age of Rage arrives as a provocative exploration of the First Amendment's place in modern America. Turley, a renowned law professor and Fox News commentator, presents a passionate defense of free speech that challenges readers to reconsider their understanding of this fundamental right. Turley's central thesis is both bold and controversial. He argues that conservative voices are being systematically silenced by a coalition of academic, corporate, and government forces. According to Turley, this suppression represents nothing less than an existential threat to the First Amendment itself. The book takes us on a journey through American history, starting with what Turley calls the original sin, the Sedition Act of 1798. He portrays this act as the beginning of a long betrayal of the framers' vision of absolute free speech. Turley's narrative weaves through 2 centuries of legal doctrine, which he views not as a refinement of First Amendment principles, but as a series of compromises that have slowly eroded our speech rights. One of the most intriguing aspects of Turley's argument is his rejection of the nuanced tests and distinctions that have become hallmarks of First Amendment law. He advocates for bright lines instead of what he sees as murky trade-offs between free speech and other societal interests. This absolutist stance sets Turley apart from many legal scholars and raises fascinating questions about the practical implications of such an approach. However, Turley's work is not without its critics. Some readers may find his focus somewhat selective, with more emphasis placed on protecting certain types of speech over others. For instance, while he passionately defends the rights of January 6th rioters charged with seditious conspiracy, he remains notably silent on issues like physicians' rights to discuss abortion or teachers' ability to address topics of gender identity and race in classrooms. Turley's treatment of disinformation is another point of contention. He dismisses concerns about its impact as a conceit of the left, a stance that may strike some readers as out of touch with the very real challenges posed by the spread of false information in the digital age. Perhaps the most thought-provoking aspect of The Indispensable Right is Turley's framing of free speech not as a tool for perfecting democracy, but as a means of personal self-actualization. This philosophical shift invites readers to reconsider the very purpose of the First Amendment in our society. Love it or hate it, Turley's book is undeniably timely. As we grapple with issues like content moderation on social media platforms, the boundaries of political rhetoric, and the balance between free expression and public safety, The Indispensable Right offers a passionate, if contentious, perspective on these crucial debates. Turley's work serves as a clarion call for those who believe free speech is under threat, while simultaneously challenging those who disagree to engage with his arguments. Whether you find yourself nodding in agreement or shaking your head in disagreement, The Indispensable Right is sure to spark intense discussion about the future of free speech in America. In an age where the limits of free expression are constantly being tested, Turley's book reminds us of the enduring importance of this fundamental right. It challenges us to consider, in our quest for a more just and equitable society, are we in danger of compromising the very freedom that allows us to have these crucial conversations? Whatever your stance, The Indispensable Right is an essential read for anyone concerned with the state of free speech in our modern world.